Okay, Virgo, first card, the Tower. Alright, that's a fairly interesting way to start the month. In fact, someone else started the month the same way. I think it was Cancer. So this card tells us that changes are afoot. And these are big changes. Quite often they come because something that you've been doing or in your life wasn't set with the right foundation. So it's been unstable or destabilizing. These changes, when they come, often cause a bit of disturbance, and we're not necessarily ready for them. The thing is, we think we're not ready, but the universe is actually saying, you're ready, and we're going to deal with them. I'm just going to tint my blinds to stop those zebra stripes on the table. Okay, sorry about that, guys, but that was obviously something was really important then. The light was just shining in on and amplifying the message of the card. So yes, the Tower designates change, foundations are shifting, things often within relationships or your directional purpose in life. Sometimes this is to do with your career or your belief systems or personal integrity values. Something has been upset and destabilized and it's not serving you at your best purpose. So you're not doing yourself any favors by continuing in this track. The Tower allows for new doors to be opened, exciting new avenues to be looked into and new directions to take. Yes, it can sometimes come with a little bit of heated tempestuousness, so possibly arguments and possibly abrupt change of direction. Sometimes this can be when people leave your life. These can be various aspects of relationships. They can be business, career, friends, or closer connections. But as I say, it's all for the greater good, and in time you look back and you're able to say, yeah, I can see why that happened and why it needed to happen, more importantly. Next card out is the Page of Cups, and what a nice light card to have after the Tower. The Page of Cups brings to us new opportunities, and often in the realm of love and heart connection relationships. So whether or not this is actually romance or a fond relationship that you might just form as a friendship with someone, there's new offerings in the air, Virgo. There's new people coming into your life. Also, the Page of Cups can literally represent a younger person, often a water sign, who is actually around for the month of May and is either requiring your attention or somehow being involved in activities and energies around you, sometimes a family member. This next, another person in your life. So May seems to involve people for you guys, and even water sign people. They may not be water sign sun signs, but they might be rising signs. This Queen of Cups, she's often considered a great friend or person who you can turn to for comfort and understanding and support and care. So she might be someone involved in nurturing your your energy levels back up, or having a listening ear when you want to talk about something. As I say, she is often a water sign. For some of you, she could be a potential new love interest, or she may be one of these new people coming in that's just a wonderful new uplifting person and energy in your life. She can also be related to the heart matters in relationships, so there might be some talking through issues you might have with friends or people in your life that you need to address to get relationships back smoothed out again. Your next card, another court card. So yes, they're giving you a lot of messages here about relationships and talking and sorting them out and smoothing through waters. So perhaps the Tower card did indicate issues with relationships in that first instance, and that yes, if some people are going in your life, that's the reality of life. They're moving on, and so are you. But if you want to try and resolve it or mend it or talk it through, this is also a very good time and opportunity to do so. When so many court cards are turning up in a row and they're all cup cards, they're talking very clearly about matters of the heart around relationships. So some of you are definitely going to be involved in talking through issues in relationships. So rather than letting them walk on out, some of you are wanting to do the healing and the mending through them. This, as I say, could be friends, close love relationships, so family ties, friends, romantic relationships as well that need work on obviously in May, and talking and communicating with, or even just extended or distant friends. And again, the Knight of Cups also is about the offer of love coming into your life. So don't be too fixated on worrying about any downsides here with relationships, because there's plenty of love around you, Virgo. You're being inundated with love opportunities of the heart. And as I say, some of it's romantic and some is just your lovely, warm, nurturing, supportive relationships that are around you. Also see this guy, the Knight of Cups, as a potential suitor coming your way, who's someone probably new, who's about to invigorate you or find passion within your psyche or your realm. So you could be very attracted in this person too, and it could be a relationship that moves on. Lots and lots of people in your life for the month. This is quite fun actually, when we can't see the cards, we don't know what's coming. So not only from your perspective but also mine, because as I turn a card over I have to wait for the messages to be delivered. I can analyse the card at the purely analytical level of the tarot deck, but I tend to work with a very psychic realm as well, waiting to establish a connection. So yes, you have another wonderful friend around you in the month of May. This person could also be more than a friend or at a different realm. She could be, he or she, it's the energy of a fire sign person, could be connected to your career one way or another, because this is the creative force in life, the Queen of Rods. If she is a friend of yours, she is a fire sign, so she's quite often, passionate and driven and has creative ideas and fires up energy within you. So if you were feeling a bit, either deflated or wondering what to do with your love life or the relationships in your life, this woman too could help, stir something up and invigorate it and put some passion and energy and fire into it. She also could be there at a resource level for careers or opportunities or your creative energies. Any one of those could be coming through. And as well, again, she could be a new romantic partner for some of you. I don't know what you're up to, Virgos, but you're having a very busy month with people, like they're coming from everywhere. Let's see what the next one is. Okay. Oh dear. It's funny. You've got to be laughing by now. So what are you guys doing? Who are you seeing? How many, fingers and pies have you got going on? It's quite funny. So now you've got the Knight of Pentacles. So he's around as well. Are you having a party, or are you attending events, or is there some big social stuff going on, or is there just this entire adjustment in your life where you're seeing or meeting or extending yourself around people? There's no way out of this for the month. Your whole month is being either absorbed by others or involved with others, or you're integrating with them, or stuff's going on with them. This Knight of Pentacles, when he turns up, he's an earth sign, same as yourself, so it's nice you found some grounded energy in here. But he often turns up when there's a new opportunity for jobs. So that very first card, the Tower card, if any of that was related to jobs, for instance, some of you might have thought, stuff it, I'm going to leave, I've had enough of all this drama, I'm looking for a new job. Well, this guy is very good to have in your reading, because he can often be the instigator of bringing in new work for you. new career opportunities, new employment opportunities. So keep your eye out, get your CVs going, and get yourselves activated. Again, he could be another potential suitor as well. He also talks to us a little bit about the money perspective. He's a positive sign anyhow, so your money doesn't seem to be too much of an issue. Oh, I don't believe it. I just... King of Rods now. Alright, you guys are going to have to definitely leave comments at the bottom of this video, because I'm really intrigued as to why this is all going on and how many people and what's happening. I don't think I have ever seen a reading with so many court cards in, and they have literally, not just sporadically through the reading, but they've piled themselves in so precisely. Like, there is no way of avoiding this, either conflict or issues or stuff going on with people. So we're back in the fire sign energy again, and this time he's the Queen of Rods. There she is there, the Queen of Rods. This is her partner, the King. So, look at it whatever aspect or perspective you like, because for each of you this will be unique and different. He could be creative, workforce, career opportunities, opening up your creative sources or energies, passion, exotic, fire, temptation, romance, liaisons, movement, anything that I'm saying, whatever word fits you and feels like the category, this is where it could be headed. I'm going to turn the next card over. Still a person that we're looking at really closely, but the Four of Pentacles, finally we've hit into the money zone, so the career sector. We're also exuding your energy of the Virgo earth sign energy. This card talks to us a little bit again about career potentialities. Sometimes I've seen this card turn up when you get the offer of a job appointment, for going for an interview in a foreign place, so somewhere where you don't currently live. This could be another state or another country or somewhere like that, and sometimes you'll be offered the jobs. If you're not offered, you're very considered very high up on the list. You may also find you get an increase in money, and you may be gifted some money from someone. Sometimes the gifting has a bit of an attachment to it, so all of those people down here could actually end up gifting you something or loaning you some money, but there's a tie with it. It's not just free, there's payback with this money. Anyhow, the other thing about the Four of Pentacles is that you're a little bit concerned about your money possibly at the moment. Might have something to do with what's going on in your career, but don't be too concerned. You actually do have quite a good control of it, and you seem to know roughly where it's all going. Watch what you're spending in the month. Don't go out wildly, ripping into thousands of dollars of spending. Just be a little bit cautious. Let's see what the next one is. Another four, 2 fours in a row. You've had a really synchronistic, quite deep meaning reading, even with those court cards. That the court cards can also tell us a lot about not just people perspectives, but they can also address very much the emotional perspectives of the archetypes of each of those cards. And you had a lot of the heart energy, so emotional energy and relationship issues and heart issues, and I think that is a background structure of the reading. But this card here, the Four of Wands, is a beauty. It talks about happy homes, wonderful occasions, sometimes weddings, celebrations, engagements, that type of thing, which could be why all these people are in here. It also talks to us about the possibility of moving home. And sometimes this can be because of career, we talked about that in the previous card. So some of you could be thinking of moving home or shifting locations or moving into a happy home environment if you haven't been in one previously. So there's this feeling of lightness coming, of things being sorted out, of people support, nurture, and just a lightness of being, actually. Let's see what's next now. I'm intrigued. The Emperor. He's Aries energy, so he's right around about April, and I'm doing this reading in April, so this is his time of energy. So something is happening probably from April and moving into May for you guys that is all part of a bigger plan. He is often a legal advisor or to do with finances or accounting or money. He could be, again, a romantic possibility or liaison. If not, he could be a mentor or an older person within a family structure. He likes things to be complete and accurate and legal and binding. So there could be a whole lot of stuff going on there for you guys. He's also the second major arcana card that you've got. So think of all of those points that I'm saying about the reading and see what comes up for you. Another major arcana, the High Priestess. She also indicates timing quite often with this moon down here. She's either ecliptical timing, which the eclipse energy started in February, so a whole bunch of stuff is kicking in for you guys now, which is often the case with eclipses. 2 or 3 months after them is when we get this like rush of energy. You know, it's a bit like the wake of a boat or a plane. You get that after effect of energy. She could also be talking about the new moon in May. Something in the new moon could be relative with timing for you as well and for events to occur. She also talks about going on a path of higher knowledge, connecting with your female inner instincts, also the esoteric, trusting your gut instinct, becoming psychic and listening to psychic dreams, messages and clairvoyant issues as well. Also sexual, chemistry, new relationships, fertility, again, so bang, bang, bang. Oh, why doesn't that surprise me? You've had so many people involved in this month that makes sense, because some of those people had to be there in the guise of love and in the romantic department as well. So let's just touch briefly. Another lovely major arcana card. You're getting a big reading. It is big. It was going to be with all the stuff that was happening at the beginning. So the Lovers, so many people love it when this card turns up. It exudes, you know, happiness, passion, chemistry, romance, close physical togetherness, abundance, prosperity, happiness. So for some of you, you will meet a special person. It will be a soulmate. For others of you, you might be re-establishing or rekindling a relationship that needed to be healed one way or another, which we've talked about through here as well. So there's so much potential in this month for you guys to re-establish, reconnect, recharge, reshuffle. On it goes. The Lovers can also be about affairs. There are possibly some of you who are involved in a triangular effect with 3 people, and this can be the sexual affair. So this might be something that you have to address and think about and make decisions on. You've got to make a choice. Do you stay or go? Sometimes it's affairs in the business sector or your job or career. And again, this card is about making a choice. You have to decide which is the best choice and which way is the best way to go. So think about that one, you guys, Virgos. The other thing is this can be the opportunity for new business deals coming, and that doesn't surprise me either with all these people through the earlier part of the month. So opportunities just abound around you, Virgo. It's really fantastical. What's next? Oh, another major arcana. Wow. It's just wonderful. Justice, again, she's about bringing balance back into situations that were unbalanced, and that was what your very first card was, this the Tower card over here. So she often turns up when there's legal issues around. This can be the signing of business documents for new businesses to be formatted or structured, which we've just mentioned with the Lovers card. She can be about finalisation of divorce proceedings or the separation of previous businesses, the finalisation of them. For some of you, this will be about turning up in court. Some of you might be going to a court hearing, or you're summoned to court and this is your turn to appear. Often this card usually means fairly successful for yourself at this time. it does have ramifications of legal the jurisdiction systems in life. So whatever that is for you guys, just do it properly and work through the according systems and needs. Yes, it can be indicative of divorce papers, signing of them, the separation of families and childcare, and who gets which child, who gets what property, yada yada. It's a lot of that type of stuff as well. Not just negatively, also in that very positive perspective. So it's usually a card of karmic debt as well. So often we talk about here past life activities and past life people in your life who you're dealing with. Wow, I'll turn one more over. We'll finish on this one. The 8 of Wands, great one to finish on. This is about speed, change. It's about many people being around, much activity. Also, possibly many people being interested in you for romance or new partnership, business or personal or pleasure. It is. Your reading is tying in really nicely. It's quite a punchy reading. It's very active and very busy. This also can indicate air travel, so travelling somewhere, going overseas, possibly for work or career, possibly for a holiday. But definitely the 8 is about more than one person, lots of people, lots of activity, quick, fast-paced, speed, action, decisions, movement. So, wow, that's probably one of the best readings I've ever seen. I really enjoyed doing that. Let's finish your reading off with a final numerology or number card vibration. So because we're in the 5th month, we'll take from the 5th card down and we'll see what your final message is. Oh, it's been a cracker reading. 1, 2. Self-love. Well, I think you do need some self-time after all of that energy with everybody else. So don't forget about the self. You know, often especially when we're busy and we have other people and thoughts and passions and stuff going on in our lives, we do forget to think about ourselves. So you're being encouraged to remember that as well, Virgo. Now those 2 colours, the blue and the orange, they match those beautiful stones in the background as well. The orange is the sacral part of the body. That's also the creative zone of the body and the sex zone, also like passion and fire and sexual energies as well. And the blue is about communication and it's about the throat chakra. It's also about the thyroid gland. For any of you who need to address the thyroid, you might be wise to get that checked and get that balanced. But 2 colours that are totally juxtapositioned there, and your number adds up to 7. 7 is very much about the self and about the spiritual connection and energy. So let me read a little bit for you. This card is a need to focus your attention on loving and believing in yourself. By drawing this card, you are being encouraged to make your relationship with yourself your number 1 priority, as this is the key to happiness and the manifestation of your dreams. Rather than dwell upon your shortcomings, you must accept and embrace who you are. It is now time to start treating yourself like a friend, and by replacing your negative self-talk with positive affirmations. Statements that affirm you're lovable, worthy and perfect just as you are help raise your energy vibration and improve your life circumstances. Set aside some time to write down all the things you admire about yourself, such as your sense of humour, your smile or your capacity to love. Every little thing counts, Virgo.